Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 23rd of September. The Workplace Relations Minister says simplification is the goal of a new leave scheme. Cabinet's agreed to an overhaul which would include the ability for workers to get bereavement leave as soon as they start work. There will also be a shift to a pro rata system, which would see workers earn sick pay in proportion to the hours they work. Brooke van Velden says the current system isn't fit for purpose.
This system is far too complex, and it can be difficult for employees to understand their own leave payments and for employers to get it right.
It took just over 3 hours for a jury to find Hak Yung Lee guilty of murdering her 2 young children. The 45-year-old claims she decided to kill them with antidepressants in 2018 alongside herself during a failed suicide attempt. Lee's defence said she was insane following her husband's death and didn't want her children to live without their parents. But the jury sided with the Crown that her actions were calculated.
On charge 1, the charge of murder, do you find the defendant Hak Yung Lee guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
On charge 2, also the charge of murder, do you find the defendant Hak Yung Lee guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The Health Minister is calling out a protester for covering the window of his electorate office with placards. It comes as around 6,000 senior doctors and dentists are on strike today and tomorrow over failed pay negotiations. Lachlan Rennie has more.
Photos show a message on Simeon Brown's office window stating thank you to all our doctors who are working today, before a protester used a ladder to try cover it up. Brown's called it out, saying the protester took it too far and there was no need for them to intimidate his staff. The Association of Salaried Medical Specialists says the union doesn't condone the protesters' actions.
The Prime Minister is pushing back against comments from Donald Trump around paracetamol in pregnancy. The US President claimed there's a connection between autism and paracetamol in pregnancy. He's ordered the Food and Drug Administration to advise doctors to limit use amongst expectant mums. MedSafe says there's no proven link between paracetamol and autism. Chris Luxon says the Ministry of Health is comfortable with its use.
Paracetamol is safe. It's quite acceptable to be used by pregnant women and others who are dealing with fever.
Food demand in Queenstown Lakes District could triple by 2050. A new food resilience report reveals the region imports 95% of its food, and their 6 supermarkets hold less than a week's supply. Project manager Babu Balat says it's concerning in a major weather event or earthquake, shelves could be empty in just days.
This shows how exposed our region is, making the report a real wake-up call for food resilience. Any disruption to our supply chain would hit really hard.
To sport, and the All Blacks are poised to pull back from an errant kicking strategy ahead of facing the Wallabies this weekend. Assistant coach Jason Holland has hinted they probably kicked too much in Wellington in their Springboks capitulation. Former All Blacks lock Tom Donnelly insists he won't feel conflicted when he's in the Wallabies coach's box this weekend at Eden Park. And New Zealand's men's pair of Ben Taylor and Oliver Welch have won their semi-final at the World Rowing Championships in Shanghai. And that is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.